Real quick, the story I put up yesterday, Golden State EMS is now suspended. Twitter took their account down. So they clearly must have been onto something, or else they wouldn't be getting censored like this. To find out who is really in charge, see who it is you cannot criticize. So the truth will always be censored, and it looks like they were here. So again, to reiterate the two things that I took from their feed yesterday, earthquake drill October 11th, and the fact that DART was notified months ago to be prepared for something in October. Alright, so moving on from that, came across this yesterday, I just didn't have a chance to make the video. 5 members of the Dallas County Sheriff's Department were inside the Ebola apartment in order to get the people inside to sign something saying they wouldn't leave. You see the third paragraph down there. They had gone there on the orders of the sheriff to get the people inside to sign a court order forbidding them from leaving the apartment. So, questions: was that form on a clipboard? Was it the officer's pen that was used that the people touched? The people in this apartment, you have to consider, are everything, every surface it could be contaminated. So just walking in there, your shoes are contaminated. You let the people touch the form. Where'd the form go? Is it being filed by a clerk somewhere? That's contaminated. People in charge are not taking this serious enough, which makes me believe that this is all on purpose. They want it to spread, which I've been saying for weeks. It's terrible to see it unfolding in motion here. So like I said, this was yesterday. The family has been moved out, apparently, gone to some unknown location, which again raises red flags. The second paragraph, what really raised everyone's concern was when the order came down Thursday morning that the squad cars the deputies were in Wednesday would be taken out of service so that they could be cleaned/disinfected. Dyer said deputies, both that went inside and those that didn't, were told to bag up their uniforms and boots and turn them in. Doesn't say, but the day after. So they had gone home, spread it amongst their families inside their house, and then the next day were told, whatever you wore yesterday, whatever you had on you, bring it in, we have to disinfect it. This is a joke. It's an absolute joke how they're handling this. You've all seen the pictures of the vomit being cleaned up or sprayed all around the area. Those people need to be monitored. There's a 100% chance they're going to catch it. It's absurd. It's absolutely absurd the way that they're going to kill all these people. Sorry, it just makes me mad. So the officers have been put on leave. Why? If it's not contagious, why? Why take them off duty if there's no chance of them catching it? So it says the CDC is going to speak with the deputies and their families to tell them, don't worry, everything's fine. It makes me so mad. It says there's no contamination. We're being cautious so our guys are more comfortable. And that's doublespeak. Classic doublespeak. They'd be comfortable if you didn't tell them to bag their boots and clothes. They'd be comfortable if you weren't cleaning their squad car. But you are. You can't act one way and then say there's no contamination when you're clearly decontaminating everything that was in there on them. And then the article goes on here just showing again the incompetence about this. That the people inside, when the officers were in there, signed this court order and said, oh, by the way, we don't have any food. So they were quarantined, but the feds didn't give them any food. Dyer said one of the supervisors got them sandwiches and drinks from the family, this is funny, from a prostitution diversion initiative, we'd love to see what that is, that was going on nearby. His understanding is that food has since been delivered to the family. This is a little dated, I just couldn't get it out yesterday. So that the family's gone. Apparently they've gone in and now they've cleaned and disinfected the apartment, but I've seen pictures on other channels where the people aren't wearing hoods, they're not wearing masks. They have their clothes covered, but that's about it. And then they're spraying again. I guess you can't blame them for not realizing how serious this is because it hasn't broken out here yet. They don't know that they're going to die from this. But odds are they're going to die from this, or at least they're going to catch it. But by my calculations, by Wednesday of next week, the second wave, if there is going to be one, which it looks like there is, will have started. And once that starts, all those contacts, again, need to be traced, and all those apartments and houses need to be decontaminated, and it all goes around in a circle and eventually leads to fill in the blank. So this just proves you can't trust anybody. The government is clearly a bunch of idiot liars, and people like us know the truth, and we're not being listened to.